Hi everyone, and welcome to yoga. My name is Jenny, and today I'll be leading you through a yoga flow. We will go over different poses for flexibility, for strength, for balance, opening up our hips, our heart, our mind, and just taking some time to relax. In your homes or wherever you're at today, I'd like you to find a soft surface, maybe a carpeted area. If you don't have that available, grab a towel and find that space that you feel most comfortable. You won't need any equipment today, just a space, an open mind, and following along to my voice. Let's go ahead and get started. We're gonna find space on our mats to start in child's pose today. Coming down onto the mat, bringing our big toes together, our knees all the way out at the edge of the mat, sitting back onto the heels, extending our hands forward, pressing our palms into the ground, inching those fingertips up. Let's draw our foreheads toward the ground. Finding the space that's the most comfortable here. We could take our hands over our heads. We could also take those hands behind the back. And if it feels better, those hips can also come up towards the sky. Choose what feels best, extend, lengthen, and keep breathing. Staying in that child's pose, thinking about today's practice, hold that child's pose down and inch a little bit farther. What will today's mantra be for our class? Maybe we'd like to work on our flexibility or our balance. Maybe we just want to focus on being present. Whatever that looks like, remember that this is your practice, and it's called yoga practice for a reason. Continuing to inhale and exhale. Let's slowly and gently bring ourselves back up onto our knees, and we can turn over and come onto our bottoms. We can cross those legs in, placing our hands beneath our shoulders, lifting our body, opening up our heart. As we inhale, remember being nice and tall, being lifted by our crown. And as we exhale, feeling our bottoms root and sink into that mat. With the hands under the shoulders, let's close our eyes. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, we sink. Shoulders fall away and relax. Inhale, through the nose. And exhale, out the mouth. Now no one's around, so don't be afraid to make that breath a little dramatic. Inhale. Place one hand over our heart and one hand on our belly. As we inhale through the nose, notice the belly and chest expand and fill with air. Exhaling as that navel falls right back against the spine. Again, keeping that posture, remember we're lifted tall. Inhale through the nose, feel the belly and chest rise and expand. Exhale. Let them sink back. Let's take about 4 of these breaths on our own. We can keep the hands here or place them back underneath the shoulders. One final breath. Beautiful. Opening up our eyes, extending those legs out in front of us, Toes pointed, feet flexed towards the ceiling. Hands stay under the shoulder for staff pose as we let those legs sink into the ground beneath us, lengthening out. Let's point the toes towards the front of the room. Notice that tension, moving all the way up the feet, up the ankles, through our calves. Relax toes to the sky and feel the difference there. All the way now in our calves, up towards our hamstrings, our glutes. Let's press forward, inhale. Exhale, lift. One more, inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. Taking a seated spinal twist, let's take the right leg, cross it over the left. Taking the left arm, we'll reach back and press, and take the gaze towards the right side of the room. Good, let's come back to the center. Toes to the sky, hands under shoulders, one big breath. Inhale, reset. Beautiful. This time, right leg crosses over left. Left leg over right. And our right hand comes and pulls through. Turn that gaze. Beautiful. Let's come back to that cross-legged position, hands under our shoulders. And this is where we're going to challenge and flex our mental muscles a little bit. Let's take the opposite leg on top of the opposite. Switch it up from where we were before. Just noticing how that feels. Keeping it here, challenging ourselves. Let's inhale and bring our arms up to the sky, palms meet one another. Exhale, bring those hands to heart center. Two more, moving through the shoulders, the upper body. Inhale, adding that heat. And exhale. One more big open. The heart is open. And come down. Taking our right arm up to the sky. Let's let those fingertips fall right in between our shoulder blades as our bicep hugs the ear. We can find a nice tricep stretch here. Taking the opposite arm, pulling on that elbow, finding a little bit of tension. If it feels good, we've been practicing for a while, let's take that arm, reach back behind us, fingertip towards fingertip as we reach for a bind. Seeing how far we can bring those fingertips toward one another. This is a great movement to try when we first wake up, and maybe towards the middle, towards the end of our day, just to see how far we can go. Let's open both arms up to the sky. Inhale, hands together. Exhale, come to heart center. Two more, inhale, reach. Exhale. Big inhale. And exhale, come down. Good. This time taking the left arm up to the sky. Fingertips come down right in between the shoulder blades. Same thing, we can pull back here in the elbow. Find that resistance, find that stretch. Option to take that arm back. Fingertip towards fingertip, we can find that bind. Excellent. Slowly lowering down. Hands come back under shoulders. Legs come back to extend out. Toes up to the sky, lifted tall by our crowns. Inhale. One more breath. Beautiful. We're going to take a moment and turn onto all fours, finding our quadruped position. In our quadruped position, we want to find a nice tabletop here. So we will extend, putting knees underneath the hips, dropping down to find a flat back, fingers spread nice and wide with our hands underneath the shoulders. Now, if you do have a mirror nearby, you happen to be in a room with one, you can take a look in the mirror here to make sure we have that flat back. This is going to be our tabletop. Imagine a string running through the back and being pulled out the navel. As that string is pulled up, notice how the body rounds in to create a C shape, a C spine. Chin comes towards the chest. And we release, lifting the bottom, lifting the head, belly drops. This is gonna find our cat and cow. So let's all start in quadruped together. Again, hands under shoulders, knees under hips, reset. Let's go ahead and drop the belly, lift the head, lift the tailbone, inhale. Exhale, round in, C-spine. Inhale, shoulders drop, belly drops, bottom rising. Exhale, round in. Good, 2 more. Remembering that everybody's journey looks different. Everybody's practice looks different. That's why we call it practice. We get better, longer, stronger each time. Good, let's come back to that flat back here. Taking it to a spinal balance, engaging our core. Let's take our left leg back behind us, extend, squeezing those glutes, toes point toward the ground. Here's our first option. If we'd like to work that core, find a little bit higher of a balance option today. Let's take the right arm out in front of us like we're reaching for a handshake. Once we're settled, we can lift, making sure that other hand is under the shoulder, nice and stable, nice and sturdy. And once we feel like we're there, we can take it and lift up just a little bit higher, taking that gaze towards the front of the mat. Let's breathe. Beautiful. If we'd like to add an intensity cardio option today, we're gonna exhale, draw the elbow to the knee. Inhale, lift the heel, sky comes up behind us. Exhale, and inhale. Exhale, and inhale. Remembering at any time we can take one of those 3 options. Here, here, lift higher, or here. Take your pick, take your choice. Let's breathe through. We can always make fists as well, if that helps alleviate any pressure from the wrist. Keep flowing through, keep breathing. And let's relax. Let's bring those big toes together, knees out at the edge, sit back onto those heels. Hands can come in front of us or all the way out extended. Find that child's pose. Keep breathing through. And let's come back up. Find that quadruped once more. I'm gonna turn over to the other side. You can stay where you're at. Once again, knees under hips, hands under shoulders. Find that nice flat back. This time taking the opposite leg out behind us, squeezing those glutes, toes point toward the ground. Stay with me, you guys are doing great. When we're ready, we can take that opposite arm out, reach for that handshake. Extend and lift. Beautiful. Holding it here, breathing through. Intensity option. Remember, elbow to knee, exhale. Inhale, kick up to the sky behind us. Exhale, and inhale, lift. Keep moving through. Beautiful. Taking the next 20 seconds or so, flow through the option that feels best. Take your pick. Where can we get longer? Where can we get stronger today? Keep going. We've got about 15 more seconds. And as we flow through, remembering what's the focus of our class? What's our intention? What is it that we're working toward today? Let's go ahead and rest. Pull it back into child's pose. Remember, big toes together, knees out at the edge. Sit back onto those heels. Hips can stay up, they can go down. Lengthen those arms and fall to a place. That feels good. Hold it here for just a few moments. As we hold that child's pose, just thinking about how we're feeling right now, how we're feeling in this moment. Remembering why we chose to do this today and what it is that we're working toward. Today, my practice is centered around being the best version of myself, pushing through, finding challenges, poses, or options that I normally wouldn't take. What's your intention for today's class? Slowly and gently coming out of that child's pose, let's press onto our feet and bring ourselves up to a standing position. Coming up towards the top of our mat. Now your mat may be long ways in front of you, so the top may look like this. For today's class, I'm gonna have my mat facing this way and I'm gonna stand up here. At the top of our mat, we're gonna take those feet to find mountain pose right under the hips. Those hands out beside us, palms facing out. Shoulders are relaxed. Roll them back away from the ears and rest down. Core is braced. Let's take a big breath. Inhale, be lifted. Exhale, those feet melt into the mat. Let's take 2 more of those breaths. Inhale. One more big one, inhale. Beautiful. Mini sun salutation here. We're gonna do a small bend in the knees. Inhaling, circle sweep up to the sky. Exhale, we're gonna swan dive, hinging the waist, using the chest to lead, forward fold. And we can come down and rest about here. We can bend those knees a little bit more and reach for the toes, or we can come all the way down to the mat or a block, whatever prop we may have nearby. Bringing ourselves up, we're gonna halfway lift, finding a flat back. And slowly and gently rounding those arms to come all the way back up to the top. Good. Let's come down, forward fold. Hinging here, whatever feels good. Bring it up, halfway lift. Forward fold. And inhale all the way up to the sky. Now let's add on to find a warrior series. At the top of this mat, we're going to bring the right leg forward, the left leg back, align those heels. We're gonna come down so that our front knee is aligned right over the ankle. I'm gonna turn out to my side for this one. So right leg is forward, left leg is back. We drop, find a nice 90-degree angle with this front leg. Torso is gonna turn towards the front of the room, and arms are gonna open up above like a beach ball. Here's our warrior 1. Sink low, reach high. Stay with me. Beautiful. We're gonna open out, turn those back toes slightly. Here's our warrior 2. Knees, toes, fingers all tracking in the same direction. taking that gaze over the forward middle finger. Hips are tucked in, reset. Shift forward slightly, warrior two. Keep breathing. Back arm drops, front arm rises to find our reverse warrior. Now that front knee stays bent. We can rest this hand back beside us, or we can wrap it around our belly. Good. Feeling good? Beautiful. Keeping the front knee bent. We're gonna cartwheel that arm up and over, opening up. Here's what we call a side angle, stacking the fingertips. We can hold it here, we can stay right here, or we can reach all the way for the bottom of that mat, whatever feels best. This is our side angle. Dropping the back arm, front arm rises. Here's that reverse warrior once more. Let's lengthen out that front leg, just leaving a tiny, teeny micro bend. We're gonna come down into what we call triangle. Same thing, lengthening. We can hang out here, or we can drop all the way to the ground. Feeling that movement through the hamstrings, twisted. Good, let's come up. Bend that front knee once more with me. Reverse warrior. All right, here's where we're gonna have some fun. Let's turn the back toes and knees so that all toes and knees are pointing and tracking in the same direction. Dropping down, we're gonna take what we call a pyramid. Lengthening those legs, just a tiny micro bend. We can hang out here, or we can come down to the mat like we're preparing to run. Pyramid pose. We're gonna take a warrior three. We're gonna lift the back leg up off the mat behind us. If we're at home and we need some assistance with balance, grab a water bottle, a book, something that we can hold up tall in front of us. We're gonna lift that back leg up. Hands can come to the heart. And if we fall out of our pose, we give ourselves grace and we just come right back. Warrior three. We can lengthen those hands out in front of us. Take them behind us for airplane, or keep them at our heart. We want to get a little more fancy with that balance. We can open out to our sides to find what we call a half balanced moon. And to get there, from that warrior three, we would drop a hand and open, finding that balance, lifting it up off the mat. Holding it out for as long or as little as feels good. Let's shake it out and let's flow through those movements. Let's all meet at the top of that mat. Inhale, circle sweep up. Exhale, swan dive down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, circle sweep up. Exhale, come back. Press to warrior one. Inhale, sink low, reach high. Exhale and open, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. We're putting all of these moves together. Exhale, side angle. That knee stays bent. Inhale, reverse warrior. Lengthen out that front leg and exhale, triangle. Bend the knee and inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, turn those toes, find pyramid. Inhale and lift, warrior three. Find that balance, find that space. And exhale and open, we can find half moon. Hold it there for just a moment. Let's take it on the other side. You can stay where you're at, stay on that same space. Other leg. Inhale, circle sweep up to the sky. Exhale, swan dive, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale and circle sweep up. Exhale, opposite leg sinks back, heels in line, knee stays bent. Reach, sink. Good. Inhale, sink low, reach high. Exhale. We're gonna open, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior, drop the arm, front arm rises. Exhale, open. Side angle. Hands are stacked, knees bent. Right over that ankle. Inhale, reverse warrior lift. Lengthening out that front leg. Exhale, triangle. Bending the front knee. Inhale, lift up, reverse. Exhale, turn those toes, turn those knees. Pyramid. Bringing it up, warrior 3. Find that balance. And let's open. Find that half moon. Good, hold it there for just a few more seconds, whatever feels good. Doing great work today, everybody. All right, let's bring it back together. Tops of the mats, let's all face forward. Inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Noticing that heart rate, noticing that breath. Let's bring ourselves up halfway, flat back. Picking up those toes, picking up those heels. Let's grab our elbows with the hands. And we're gonna just let that body fall, ragdoll. Keeping the feet grounded and planted. Side to side, moving those obliques. The obliques are part of our core. They help us do movements like punching, like kicking. Good, side to side, being in control of that movement. Excellent. Coming back to the center. Let's bend the knees, lower down, forward fold. And let's come down onto our knees and turn out onto our bottoms. Finding that cross-legged position. We're gonna take a moment. We're gonna take a breath. Let's inhale, arms all the way up to the sky. Exhale, hands heart center. One more breath, inhale, reach all the way up. And exhale, come down. Now at this time, feel free to take Shavasana, that final relaxation, by laying on our backs anywhere from 5 to 7 minutes, even a little longer if that feels good for you. Just remembering today's focus. Whatever that intention is, I challenge you to choose gratitude and choose joy. What's one thing today that we're grateful for? Leaving with that note, thank you for practicing yoga with me today. My name is Jenny. You can join me in saying namaste, which means the light or divine in me honors the light and divine in you. Namaste.